From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Friday, May 27th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. 9 to 18 months in jail, 10 years probation, and paying restitution of $235,000. That's the sentence given to Wyoming Homes owner David Valenti in Luzerne County Court. He pleaded guilty to charges in a total of 21 cases involving fraud and theft. The sentence was imposed by Judge Joseph Sklarowski. Testimony showed he'd taken orders for homes he'd never delivered and otherwise broke purchase agreements. Valenti apologized and said he would pay everyone back. Wyoming Homes has been the subject of such complaints for several years, including its Birch Knoll development in Hazleton's South Side. Wilkes-Barre says it doesn't like the cuts announced this week in the Wilkes-Barre Area School District. It passed a resolution stating it disagrees wholeheartedly with the Wilkes-Barre Area School Board's decision. Earlier this week, the board eliminated library services and courses in technology, family, consumer science, and art, and announced the layoffs of 37 teachers in its preliminary 2016-17 budget. Council adopted the non-binding resolution unanimously 4-0. Council Chairman Bill Barrett was absent. The resolution has no power. It is merely a strongly worded suggestion. Another school district considering major cuts, Crestwood, considering eliminating kindergarten. It's got a $1.2 million budget hole for the upcoming school year and is considering dropping kindergarten to fill it. While most of the 500 school districts in Pennsylvania have kindergarten, it's not mandated. Crestwood had full-day kindergarten for several years. Crestwood is also looking at some teacher layoffs and cuts to other programs. Final budgets from all school districts are mandated by the end of the fiscal year, which is June 30th. An event at McAdoo Clares Elementary Middle School yesterday united the McAdoo Fire Department and the students. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more.
Yesterday, the McAdoo Clares Elementary Middle School held their annual egg drop. The purpose of the event is to raise money for the McAdoo Fire Department and to let the kids have fun outside of the classroom. Special education teacher Melanie Hunsinger says grades 2 through 8 participated.
This is an elementary community service activity that we do every year, usually on Spirit Day. It's for grades 2 through 8, and the last 2 years we've been selling the containers that they're in, so everybody starts with the same container, and the goal is that they have to protect their egg from breaking when it comes out of the fire truck. And the money that we raise from selling the containers goes to the fire department.
Only about half the eggs survive their journey.
It's about 50-50. They're doing pretty well. They're about 50-50. Some they're very creative. They get more creative every year. We've been doing this for about 5 years, and they get more creative every year.
4th grade student Glenn Chesla gives us his take on the best way to keep an egg safe.
You would have to put like softening, like cushioning, anything to keep it safe, anything soft. The only thing you couldn't do in the egg drop is hard boil it.
The McAdoo Fire Department provides the ladder for the egg drop.
Just because they need something that goes over 15 or 20 feet, and this is the safest way, and all the kids are able to come outside, enjoy the day, and see the fire apparatus at the same time.
This is just one of many things the department does for the community.
Such like this type of stuff, and on the 4th of July we always do the car cruise at the Little League field, and we display the American flag for all the citizens and everybody to enjoy the day. And probably we're out every weekend doing something for the community. We never sit still.
In McAdoo, for WYLN News, I'm Aaron Harvey.
Thank you, Aaron. This Monday is Memorial Day, a day to remember those who died while fighting for our freedoms. We here at WYLN are honoring those who fought in all wars this Memorial Day weekend with 2 specials which aired on our station. Rebroadcasts of the Korean War special, Remembering the Forgotten War, Korea, and Vietnam Remembrance and Healing special, both hosted by retired Staff Sergeant Eric Olson of Warrior Summit Outdoors. The Vietnam special will take viewers through a history of the war, notable battles, and the geopolitical effects to this day. During the Vietnam special, interviews were conducted with several members of The Wyoming Valley Korean War Veterans Association, who saw heavy combat through the 1950-53 time frame. The dates and times of those rebroadcasts are up on your screen now. Make sure to tune in and check them out if you haven't already seen them. Today, members of the McAdoo Fire Company were out on Kennedy Drive for their annual boot drive. The company holds this boot drive every year, and it's their biggest fundraiser. Fire Chief Bobby Leshko says they get a lot of support from the community.
We've been doing this boot drive for the last few years. It's very beneficial to the fire company. We get a great community and non-community, as in everybody who is just driving by is so very supportive of this event. So anybody coming by, we don't care if it's a couple pennies to a couple dollars. Every little bit helps, and it doesn't really matter how much you're able to put in. Any little bit is a big thing.
The company will be holding a second boot drive later this year in Tresco.
We'll be having a second one this year. We'll be going on the weekend of the community yard sale in Tresco. Since we've had our merger with the Tresco Fire Company, they've always ran theirs that weekend. So we'll be doing another one that weekend in the village of Tresco as the community yard sale is going on.
The boot drive will be happening again tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. in McAdoo. Time now for our first look at our forecast. Warmer temperatures and sunshine is all we can hope for this Memorial Day weekend. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, with those having outdoor parties or travel plans, they all want to know how much rain, if any, can we expect this holiday weekend?
Well, it doesn't look too bad as we go into the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but I will give you a little bit of a hint. You may need the umbrella from time to time. Temperature-wise, though, it's looking pretty nice. I'll explain all the weather details for you coming up in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, have any plans this Memorial Day weekend? Well, whether you're going out to a party or having one yourself, WYLN's Abby Piskel will have some tips to keep you and your family safe. Plus, a local and popular area pool is preparing for the summer season. WYLN's intern Maria Cinti will have that story. All that and more, plus weather and sports is coming your way here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
With the Memorial Day weekend upon us, it's great time to have picnics and outdoor fun, but with it are also some safety concerns. Find out what you can do to have a happy and safe holiday. WYLN's Abby Piskel has the details.
Whether you are out in the sun having a picnic, going to a parade, or partaking in other summer activities, safety is just as important as fun. Paramedic coordinator at APTS in Hazleton, Wally Boyle, shared some tips with us to keep everyone safe this Memorial Day weekend.
With the Memorial Day weekend coming up, there's a lot of things to be worried about. We're not used to having the warm weather, so we need to make sure we keep ourselves hydrated. We've been having this bad rainy spell for the last several weeks, and It's made everybody really miserable, so a lot of people have cabin fever. So when you get out into the sun, make sure that you drink a lot of fluids, use sunblock, and just watch the amount of time you're out in the sun.
What's a holiday without food? If you're using a grill for any outdoor picnics, be cautious of the heat and how you are handling the food.
When it comes to using your grills, make sure that you're in a well-ventilated area. First of all, for the safety of the fire, make sure that everything's working appropriately before you start cooking. And just make sure that you don't go grabbing at the grill. Remember, that's going to be just as hot. Use tongs to move your food around, and oven glove to raise the lid to just keep you from getting burned.
For those of the legal drinking age, consume alcohol responsibly. For every alcoholic beverage you consume, drink 1 glass of water to consistently stay hydrated.
Make sure you consume alcohol beverages in moderation. I don't want everybody to have a good time out there for this Memorial Day weekend, but I don't want you to have one of these ambulances show up because you overdid it and overdrank and caused yourself a problem. So make sure that we enjoy yourselves and drink in moderation and make sure that you stay safe.
Outdoor and grilling safety aren't the only concerns for this Memorial Day weekend. The Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission expects over 2 million vehicles to be traveling this year, so our drivers need to be cautious as well.
Always make sure that their car is ready to go. Check tires, pressures, things like that. Give themselves plenty of time because they're going to run into construction out there. They're going to run into busy roadways. That has a tendency to frustrate people, so be patient. Understand you're going to hit some obstacles along the way. Maybe leave earlier or later than your busy travel times. And definitely, if you're going to, drink, then don't drive. That's the safest thing I could tell you to do, is not even to get behind the wheel of a car, and always wear your seatbelt.
If someone you know has been drinking, don't let them get behind the wheel of a car and drive.
We're out there vigilantly trying to make the highway safe for everybody traveling, and that's whether people are drinking prior to going on the road or not. But we will be out there. We are right in the middle of our Click It or Ticket campaign. So if people are driving erratically, speeding, distracted driving, or driving impaired, our guys are going to be out there and they're going to take the appropriate action to remove them from the roadway before they cause a statistic.
To make sure that you have a fun and safe Memorial Day weekend, remember to use sunblock, stay hydrated, be cautious of hot grills and open fires, and always consume alcoholic beverages responsibly. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Abby Piskel.
Thank you, Abby. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our Memorial Day weekend forecast. Plus, this weekend, temperatures will be in the 80s and many will be hitting a pool in our area to cool off. All those details and more coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You deserve to look your best.
Time to bring the action in Pocono. Fire them up. Here we go. No attack, no chance. Watch the madness of this. Oh, it's final. Look at that.
There's something going on over there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We earned this one. Off the deck. Pocono sweep, buddy.
The LSC Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton presents A Musical Salute to All Who Serve on Saturday, June 11th. The show features the outstanding talent of the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, as well as featured soloists. The show will be narrated by Sergeant Eric Olson, host of the WYLN TV show Warrior Summit Outdoors. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. A Musical Salute to All Who Serve, Saturday, June 11th at 7 p.m.
Boy, it's a beautiful day outdoors today. In fact, I can smell some people barbecuing somewhere. You can smell it in the air. We got sunshine mixed with some clouds. And there's been a couple of thunderstorms out there across parts of our area. But again, the temperature-wise, pretty nice for this time of year. You can't beat it. Again, feeling more summer-like than where we're at right now, which is spring. And the weekend, not shaping up to be too bad, but there's going to be a chance of some showers and thunderstorms in our forecast. All right, let's take a look at the graphic today, and you can see for yourself that we're coming in right now with temperatures, again, for the most part, in the 80s. Can somebody in Toronto let me in? And I'm kind of locked myself outside. You know, it's so nice that, hey, I guess the door just kind of shuts itself and somehow I can't get back in the building. Maybe somebody will let me in at some point in time. But hey, we'll talk to you from outside. How's that? We'll stay outside. All right, 82 degrees outside our TV station in Hazleton, and the rainfall, well, we haven't seen any. Good old Mike Lula was trying to let me in, but I'm like, you know what, I'll stay outside. It's so nice. All right, let's take a look at some of the other graphics for you today. And temperature-wise, 83 and 65, they're splitting temperatures, and you see the 83 hitting at the 214 in the afternoon. So it's pretty nice out there, and wind gusts coming in at about 13 miles per hour. And even as I'm outside, as I speak, you can feel a breeze a little bit out here and the plane flying over. So again, it's looking like a good weekend to do just about anything outdoors. Statewide for you, temperature-wise, you can't get better for this time of year. We got temperatures in the 70s and we got lower 80s out there. So overall, things looking pretty nice across all of our area. And again, the weekend not looking too bad. On to the rest of the statistics for the day. Wind speeds, again, 5, 10 or so miles per hour. Not too much of a factor across our area. And again, it's going to be kind of quiet as we go into this evening. Extended forecast looking like this. And what we can expect over the next couple of days, if you happen to be traveling, looking pretty nice. We got temperatures in the 70s to 80s to near 90 degrees going into tomorrow. So not looking bad if you have to do any traveling through New Jersey, Wildwood, down through Delaware, New York City. Looking nice. Extended forecast across our area does look nice. Going into the weekend, now there's a chance of a shower or thunderstorm around. Keep the umbrella handy as we go into tomorrow and as we go into our Sunday. Better chance of some more showers and thunderstorms for Monday. But again, for the most part, it's not shaping up to be too bad. And as we go into next week, a little bit cooler with temperatures in the 70s. We'll have more for you after the break.
The Hazleton Auto Mall and the Hazleton City Recreation Department invite you to a day of play. Saturday, May 28th from 11 until 2 at Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton. Meet two-time Super Bowl champion and five-time Pro Bowler Jesse Armstead and ESPN announcer, Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Antonio Pierce. Sports, family activities, craft making, food, ice cream, and more. A day of play is for kids of all ages. It's a free family community event hosted by the Hazleton Recreation Department and the Hazleton Auto Mall, exceeding your expectations.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Good board, right? Okay, that's good. Right there. What's this for par? This is over for par 3. Okay, I'll get second card.
Community members have been busy making last-minute adjustments before a long-standing Cunningham pool reopens tomorrow. WYLN News intern Maria Cinti has more on what the pool has to offer.
With Memorial Day on Monday and hot summer days right around the corner, many people cannot wait to get out and enjoy the nice weather. And if you're living in the Cunningham area, one place you could go for summer activities is the George Ernest CVCO Memorial Pool at Whispering Willows Park, a membership-only outdoor facility that contains 3 separate pools and a concession stand. Kyle Steiner has been a lifeguard at the pool for the past 6 years. He says the staff members are excited for what tomorrow has in store.
We're pretty excited to get underway here. We've been looking forward to it after a somewhat warmer winter, joking around that we could open the pool in December, but we're definitely looking forward to it and we're ready to have a good season here.
Steiner and other staff members have been busy preparing for opening weekend. Part of their preparation includes skimming the pool and stocking up the concession stand. But Steiner says the most critical part is lifeguard training, where lifeguards get recertified in CPR, first aid, and different types of water rescues by the Red Cross every other year.
It's important so that way you can keep up on your first aid and CPR skills along with the water rescue, so that way you can keep not only pool patrons but everybody safe.
With the memorial pool being in service for about 60 years, staff members have been able to organize several events and activities at the pool for people of all ages to enjoy. Some of these include day-long camp visits and 2 weeks of swimming lessons offered by the Red Cross. Memorial Pool staff member Rebecca Bove says one of the many benefits of becoming a George Ernest CVCO Memorial Pool member is that it has so much to offer.
It's just very family friendly and everyone's nice here, and it's just a good time for everyone.
Steiner says signups for the 2 weeks of swimming lessons are open to the public, and signups will begin in June. After opening day tomorrow, the pool area will remain open until Labor Day.
Now, this is one of the only membership pools in the Cunningham area, and up to 200 people fill the pool area within any given summer day. For anyone that would like more information on pool activities or membership fees, you could either visit the concession stand or Gold Supermarket right down the street. In Cunningham, for WYLN News, I'm Maria Sinti.
Thank you, Maria. Coming up next, John Eric Polai is in for Eric DeBerdinas with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our Memorial Day weekend forecast. Stay tuned.
If you're not in danger and you see a crime, text 274-637, 274-637, 274-637. Send your tip, take them off the street. Text 274-637. Send your tip, take them off the street. No one will know your identity.
Now, helping to solve or prevent the crime is just a text away. Text my tips to the word crimes and let the law help you.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Yesterday's Hazleton Area School Board meeting sounded like something out of an O. Henry story. At the start of the meeting, it would appear that the boys basketball coach Mike Joseph would not be reappointed. Girls tennis coach Amber Corrado was going to be reappointed after coming off one of the most successful seasons in Hazleton area girls tennis history. Then there were a turn of some events. Yesterday, the Hazleton Area School Board meeting was filled with twists and turns. The big story coming into the meeting was the board not listing a coach for boys basketball, and the question being raised is the Mike Joseph era at Hazleton Area over? Before getting into the coaches on the agenda, members of the standout tennis team and their family members spoke out against their head coach, Amber Corrado.
I dreaded every practice. One of these events included the time that she made comments like, "If you were a smart player, you would do what I say." I'd also like to note that every practice, she was 30 minutes late to most, if not all, of the practices, and she would cut the practices short from her other jobs. This coaching position is a commitment, but she cannot commit to it.
After a 3-hour match, my daughter was very, very ill. I begged her. My wife begged her, and we begged her, "Look at my daughter. She's going to be sick. She's sick. Look at her." Her comment was, "She has to get on that bus," and she stormed away and left.
After hearing the complaints of bullying and tardiness by Corrado, School Board Superintendent Craig Butler made it clear that the school was unaware of Corrado's behavior.
I was not aware of the arriving to practice late and some of those things that perhaps Mr. Barletta was. I'm not sure, but I'll be conferring with them.
Once the girls spoke, the board broke into executive session for a half hour. Following the break, the board came back and voted to appoint and reappoint fall and winter sports coaches. Corrado was tabled from the list, and in a change of events, the board voted to reappoint boys basketball head coach Mike Joseph. Joseph, who was unsure on his future prior to the meeting, is thrilled to be able to continue coaching his successful program.
I'm thrilled. I think, our season ended in late February. And normally it's, 2 months later, we're full into our off season. And I think to a degree, it's been kind of tough to have my full 100% attention there, just because, this thing was in the back of my mind.
Tomorrow at Harmon Guy Stadium, there is an event that you don't want to miss. From 11 to 2 tomorrow, Super Bowl champions Jesse Armstead and Antonio Pierce will be having a day of play for the community. Special guests will be former Philadelphia Eagle Jeremiah Trotter. This event is free to the public, and it will be a great time for everyone. This morning, local athletes won medals on day 1 of the PIAA Track and Field State Championships. Berwick's Peyton Montana placed 3rd in the shot put for Class AAA with a put of 42 feet 6 1/2 inches. 3 athletes placed in the AA long jump: Bobby Wagner of North Schuylkill, Brandon Coffin of Hanover, and Mark Robinson of Myers were 4th, 5th, and 6th. Holy Redeemer's Caroline Bannis was 4th in the AA high jump, and Pittston area's Abby Norwillow set a school record in the pole vault with the vault of 12 feet. Her vault was good enough for a 5th place finish. That's all for sports. Stay tuned. Up next, Joe Garbacic is in with one last look at our forecast.
The LSC Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazleton presents A Musical Salute to All Who Serve on Saturday, June 11th. The show features the outstanding talent of the Hazleton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana, as well as featured soloists. The show will be narrated by Sergeant Eric Olson, host of the WYLN TV show Warrior Summit Outdoors. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. A Musical Salute to All Who Serve, Saturday, June 11th at 7 p.m.
Time to bring the action in Pocono. Fire them up. Here we go. No attack, no chance. Watch the madness of this. Oh, it's final. Look at that.
There's something going on over there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We earned this one. Off the day. Pocono sweep, buddy.
Pennsylvania Pipeline Music TV features performances and interviews with the best musicians from all over, showcasing their original music and sharing their stories. Watch Pennsylvania Pipeline Music TV Thursdays at 8, Sundays at 9 on WYLN TV 35.
Well, if you're traveling this weekend, it doesn't look too bad across our area. I think we'll see temperatures getting well up into the 70s, some lower 80s out there, and, maybe a better chance of some showers and thunderstorms as we start going into Monday. It does get a little bit cooler, dropping down into the 70s, but you can see some of those overnight lows. They're actually not too bad. We got 50s and 60s coming our way, so you know what? Not too bad going into this holiday weekend. And again, just keep the umbrella handy because you may need it. Yeah. But again, I'm not expecting a washout.
No, but those shore
yeah, it does look pretty good, yeah. If you're doing any of that and moving on out of the area, traveling, looks good too.
But don't forget, you might want some of those travel tips that we had here on our news today, because the traffic is probably going to be horrendous. But for a lot of people, I'm sure, that do it every year, they know kind of the different routes and the times to go. So be safe out there. And of course, all of our top stories from today will be on our Facebook page. We want you to check that out. It's facebook.com/WYLN News. And of course, for Pressbox, you could find out all the other stories that don't make it to air, some of the awesome highlights. I know Eric puts a lot of the baseball highlights, some nice hits that don't make it to the highlights.
We'll have district championships on Monday, so they'll be on there.
All right. Also on Monday, we will have plenty of those parades from around our area. The entire crew will be headed out to an area near you And I just want to wish everyone, and all of us here at WYLN want to wish everyone a very happy and safe Memorial Day weekend. Good night, everyone.